to 109. Got this game within the final minutes. Tried to make a comeback effort, but it was not enough. So they fall here by 4 in Cleveland. Welcome into Pistons Live, everybody. I'm Natalie Kerwin. You know, the Pistons, they were trying their absolute best to try and come back in this one. It got down to a possession game, a 10-point deficit, then down to 6. Then, like I said, within 1, but they just could not overcome what the Cavs were able to do defensively, also from the three-point line. And so the Pistons, unfortunately, did fall here 113 to 109. You know, you look at a guy like Tobias Harris that was able to have a great comeback in this one in the second half to try and produce and get something going for this team, but it just was not the case. And with all that being said, to help break this one down and really how that fourth quarter went down as it got so close, we're going to welcome in Greg Kelser from up in the booth. Special K, thought the Pistons were going to be able to pull this one out because these games with the Cavaliers, I mean, this rivalry series always lives up to the expectations because these ones are always close. But that fourth quarter, Pistons could not pull it through.
Yeah, it was a tough situation that the Pistons found themselves in. They trailed, you know, the entire second half where they're never able to get all the way over the top, but I commend them for the effort to give themselves a chance, and they really had a legitimate chance, and it occurred latter part of the fourth quarter, and they really started to amp up the pressure and get some steals, live ball turnovers that they were able to turn into points. But unfortunately, they were not able to get it all the way over the top. That big three that Mobley hit when he was in trouble, Harden going down the lane, throwing it up off the glass, those were big plays down the stretch to hold the Pistons off. But once again, the Pistons demonstrate how difficult they are to put away. They did it last week against Cleveland, and that ended up with a win, an improbable one because Cleveland looked to be in control. Tonight, Cleveland determined not to let it happen again. This time, they were able to get the win, but they know that, you know, the Pistons are just very, very difficult to put away.
You talk about being tough to put away. They outscored the Cavs 29-24 in that fourth quarter, so they weren't trying to go away without trying to answer back. And when you talk about the way they were trying to get something going, coming out of halftime, Tobias Harris had 0 points in the first half, a goose egg. Then comes in the second half and has a great third quarter, finishes with 19 points, so we'll say he's our Curado player of the game. When he checked in what he was able to do, Special K, he was able to get that team going when he began producing.
Well, again, they started getting him the ball at the really best spots for him. Most of it posting up. Tobias is very good at working a guy one-on-one. They were doing a straight game on this road trip. A big night producing points for the Pistons, many of them with his back to the basket, as is his custom.
We saw, obviously, Tobias Harris trying to make an impact in this one to help keep the Pistons afloat. Jalen Tyson, though, for the Cavs. This is now the second straight game we've seen him. We saw it on Friday in Detroit. Now here again, led the Cavs with 22 points. I mean, he's someone that the Pistons have to start accounting for. It's crazy to see the jump even from last year to this year, but he's one of the top producers in this league in three-point field goals made. So you can see it here tonight with those 22 points too, Greg, as we look at our Xfinity high-speed highlights.
Yeah, he's a 46% three-point shooter. So he's going to continue to get great looks and great opportunities, especially when Donovan Mitchell comes back. And you're going to be worried about Mitchell, and you're going to be worried about Harden, and you'll be worried about Mobley. And he's going to be able to slip in there and do what he did tonight, hurt teams if he can get the three-point shot going. And he is a good three-point shooter. But the thing that I was impressed with tonight was, again, the job that he was able to do. Three-point shooter. But the thing that I was impressed with tonight was, again, the job that he was able to do defensively. Now, he had help. You know, he didn't do it all by himself, but, you know, Cade Cunningham, 4 of 16, only 10 points in this game. That's a big factor in Cleveland being able to win it. Cade was a terrific passer, had 14 assists in the game. But that was a byproduct of the way that they were defending him. They made it very, very tough. He had few open looks. And, you know, that was a recipe that Cleveland was able to ride to full success. Even in the fourth quarter, Cade usually takes over games. He wasn't able to do it. And I guess at the end of the day, you do have to give Jalen Tyson some credit for that.
We'll give Dennis Schroeder some credit here tonight, too. He's a guy, I feel like we talk about it. You love him when he's on your team. You hate him when he's not. The way he was looking at the Pistons bench, the way he was able to create and finish here, especially in this fourth quarter. I mean, he was someone that took over as well in our Buick GMC Pro Vision, Greg.
I just think that Schroeder, much the way he was last year when the Pistons picked him up. Think about this. The Pistons felt, okay, we're going to go ahead and go to the playoffs, and we want to stay there. So we need to get a little bit more experience in our backcourt. So they go and get Schroeder. That played to the, the misfortune of Marcus Sasser, who did not get minutes as a result of that. But the Pistons, I felt, were able to not only get to the playoffs, get to the 6th spot, but they were able to give the Knicks a run. And Schroeder played really well in that series, was a big part of what the Pistons almost did, and that was pull off a stunning upset against the New York Knicks. Well, now he brings that same experience, that same ability, that same poise to a Cleveland team that's loaded. And that's such a luxury. And you're going to see him probably do the same thing he did for the Pistons, be a factor in games during the playoffs. You certainly saw him be a factor tonight. I don't know that they win this game tonight had they not had Dennis Schroeder available.
No, he's that perfect impact piece when you are trying to make a deep run in the playoffs. That's exactly why they brought him here. It's exactly why Detroit loved having him on their team last year.
Can I add this, Natalie?
Yeah, let's hear it.
The Lakers got to the conference finals 2 years ago. Dennis Schroeder was on that team, and he was a factor.
Well, look at the common denominator in this, guys. Dennis Schroeder, he is that kind of player that can make all the difference for your group. With that veteran experience, that doesn't go unsaid. I mean, that is really valuable when it comes to your team. So Dennis Schroeder, an impact player here tonight for the Cavs. Jalen Tyson, all of the above. So we're going to go to J.B. Bickerstaff now, who coached here in Cleveland for quite some time as his Pistons fall 113-109 to the Cavs. We'll hear from him now.
JB, until the end of the game, it just seemed like the team wasn't able to get into the usual defensive rhythm as far as forcing turnovers, getting out in transition. Just where did you see the team fall short?
Again, I'm frustrated in the effort level, the attention to detail that we played on that end of the floor. The times and opportunities where we did do the right thing, we did get stops, and then we let people outwork us to come up with offensive rebounds. The results that we want.
Along that same line, what would you contribute another slow start for you guys tonight?
Again, I mean, it's, excuse me, like our mindset has to be, we're running around with our hair on fire defensively. And that's what it comes down to for us, is like we have to be